Ben, first of all, tell us your involvement here with the Puckett Hockey Camp here in Cobourg.
Yeah, 3 years ago, Adam Holzen asked me to do a couple skates for him, and he owns a company locally called Puckett. He was involved with minor hockey around here, and we got to talking about the lack of camps that are around here in Cobourg in the summer. So we put our brains together. As long as he could find the children to do it, I would take the blueprint from our family-owned hockey school, now 37 years in a row, and apply it here in Cobourg. And we didn't know what it would turn out to be or how it would turn out to be, but the first year was amazing, and every year, this is in its third year since its inception here, and we've just been growing steadily to the point where we had to turn some families away this summer, which is unfortunate, but it's great to see where it's grown here from the last 3 years.
Now, what age levels? Is it all over, pretty restricted to, let's say, 8 to 12 years of age? Or?
Yeah, we start at 8 and we go up to 14 years, so it's a good mix over there. We have everybody in the same group, so you don't have a 13-year-old competing against an 8-year-old. We have a focus of developing skills in the summer. The kids have their own coaches throughout the winter that want to play with their systems. We're all about teaching the developmental side of the game, stick handling, skating, all those little things that are fun to do in the summer. You don't want to get right out of school and then have a whip crack down you. So our belief and our motto has always been provide a learning environment that's fun, and the kids will be there. If they're not looking forward to the camp, then you're not going to get their full attention. So everything we do is first and foremost is with attention that they're having fun, and then we're also trying to teach them a few things along the way. But as long as they're having a good experience, that's all that matters to us.
Obviously, there's on-ice work, but what about off-ice, i.e. video?
Yeah, that's the one thing, too, is I find is it's so tough to learn something in a short amount of time that some kids, they hear something, it's one ear, it's out one ear, or in one ear, out the other. So what we want to do is we want to talk about what we're going to teach. We're going to apply the teachings on the ice, and then we're going to film it, and then we're going to review it all in the same day. So it's a 3-step learning process of understanding what we're teaching them, trying to apply it on the ice, and then reviewing it. So we hammer home the points of emphasis. So we don't allow the children to forget about it after their one trial rep, and we try to send them home with video on a USB key. So whether the parents just want to keep it for a keepsake or whether they want to see that where they've developed year after year. And some kids who have now been in their third year with the camp, you can see the technique really starting to set in when, hey, you remember what we're doing in this situation, and you can just see their brains starting to run right over there. So it's a really cool thing that we've been able to introduce video at a summer hockey camp, because the intimate school here that we have with about 40 kids allows us to do that video one-on-one with everybody.
Must be nice to have an outstanding facility like this one here at the Cobourg Community Center.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's clean. The people here, are working with us diligently every single day to, again, it's all for the kids. If you put the kids first, people are willing to bend over backwards for you, and that's just the philosophy we've had. We've had phenomenal sponsors that they want to contribute and do anything they can for the kids. We've had some great sponsors as far as providing food, and making sure they have enough to eat. There's great snacks and drink, and again, you put the kids first before anything else, and you're going to have a successful camp. And you can tell within 3 years and the steady growing amount of numbers that's the direction we're going in. So these kids have had a great 2 days to start. There's smiles all over their face, but it's the people in the community that are giving back and putting them first that's really making this thing shine. So we're happy to be here at the CCC.
Are you keeping tabs on the kids as they progress up the hockey ladder?
Hey, you never know. This 13-year-old might be good for draft status in about 6 years here for coaching. So there's a 13-year-old kid that's bigger than half the kids on my pro team. So we got to keep good tabs on him, see how his development's coming on. But it's a cool thing just to be in the community. Once we're done here, my wife is from this area. My 20-month-old son, I can't wait to get him into camp. I might have to be patient and wait until he's 5 or 6 years old before I start cheating the system there a bit. But no, everything's great. And, you start to develop a relationship with some of these kids that are looking forward to seeing you. And in turn, you're looking forward to seeing them, because they've got a lot of things to tell you. Hey, remember when you taught me this? We did this in a game and it really worked. And those are the types of things that you love hearing. So really cool experience so far.
You mentioned coaching. You coached the Fort Wayne Comets in the East Coast Hockey League. When you think of a minor hockey city bastion, I think of Fort Wayne. It's been around for years.
Yeah, it's actually the second longest running minor hockey league pro franchise, which it's been 68 years consecutively going. The only other team that's run longer is Hershey. They've had 9 championships. I was just tabbed to be the first rookie head coach going into his first year without any head coaching experience in 68 years. I mean, it's an honor within itself, but with that, it comes a lot of expectations as well. So, for us, I almost feel guilty being out of the office, but these are commitments that we've made through the summer, where I'm still trying to recruit in between ice sessions and call with agents and everything too. But it's been a great process, and I couldn't be happier to be back in this area for now.
How would you describe the hockey in the East Coast League, coaching in Fort Wayne, seeing that level of hockey?
Yeah, I think it's surprising for most. They think it's the AA professional level. It goes NHL, American Hockey League, and the ECHL. And a lot of people think that the ECHL is not a very good league, but in turn, they've got some great players. They've graduated over 670 players in that league to the NHL. You'll have players on NHL contract every single year end up on the East Coast as far as the development side. So,
and Jordan Binnington was there for a while too, was he not?
Jordan Binnington was in Kalamazoo, absolutely stole the show, which is one of our division rivals. We had goaltender Zach Fucali on our team, Canadian World Junior goalie. He played in the Spengler last year. I mean, there's a lot of big names that end up, whether they're starting or finishing their career. We had Justin Hodgman with Arizona 4 years ago. He was on an NHL contract, so a lot of really good players in our league. I think the amount of talent is very surprising, but it is the premier development league for the American Hockey League. So I'm very honored to be a part of it. It's a very competitive league, and you'll see a lot of coaches use that league to climb the ladder trying to get to the NHL, which is the same intention that I have.
And speaking of the National Hockey League, of course, your father's a long-time, very successful coach, 17 years in the NHL. What fatherly/coaching advice does he give you?
You know, it's funny because we have a great relationship over the phone. We talk every day. He wants to know how these camps go. He's missing out on being here this week with a prior obligation, but he's been here for the last couple of years, and we'll plan on being here next year. But, growing up in a hockey family, I saw it firsthand. When I decided to get in this business, it wasn't X's and O's. It was, find a woman that's gonna be ready to travel. And which couldn't be any more truer in the sense, because I started my coaching career when I retired at 28 from France, and my wife and she wasn't my wife at the time, but she joined me in Kelowna, British Columbia, where I got my coaching start, and that led to an opportunity with the Edmonton Oilers in California with their East Coast hockey team. So we moved from British Columbia to California. From California, the Edmonton Oilers moved their team to the East Coast in Virginia Beach, so we packed up and we moved to Virginia Beach for 2 years, and the Fort Wayne Comets came calling 2 years ago, and then we packed up. We moved while she was pregnant and had our son in Fort Wayne. So we've been in, we've gone from Kelowna to Bakersfield to Virginia Beach to Fort Wayne all in the last 5 years. So 4 cities, 5 years. I think we've lived in 6 different places, and all in that time being. And it couldn't be any truer because she's the superstar at home who takes care of the home base and allows me to do what I need to do. So it couldn't be there couldn't be any more truth behind that, is finding a good woman who can put up with all that, and having to find a new a family and the new sense of community as well. And I think she's got the tough job. For us, we're always assimilated right into a group where you've got a bunch of guys you can talk and hang out with, but it's always the difficult for the women. So as far as coaching goes, it's a happy wife, happy life, and you find a good one that can travel and support you. You put a ring on that finger, which is exactly what I did, and we're in a good situation now. So advice well taken.
Well, all the best, Ben, in your future endeavors. It's been a joy listening to you talk about coaching and instruction here, and all the best to you, and send your best to your father as well.
Absolutely. I really appreciate you having me out, so thank you very much.